Mental strength is not something you are simply born with. It is something you must actively build through pain, discipline, and control. Most people remain weak throughout their entire lives simply because they constantly try to avoid experiencing any form of pain or discipline. True mental strength means controlling your emotions, enduring immense pressure, and taking decisive action even when you absolutely do not want to. Being mentally strong does not mean you are completely emotionless or fearless. It simply means you refuse to let emotions control you. Being a mentally strong individual does not mean you will never feel deep pain, stress, intense fear, or overwhelming self-doubt anymore. You will still feel all the stress, fear, and doubt every single day, but the main difference is that you act anyway. Weak people constantly wait to feel ready before moving, while truly strong people take massive action long before they ever feel ready. There are 5 common destructive habits that continuously drain your mental energy and ultimately make you incredibly weak in your everyday life. The first dangerous habit is actively avoiding difficulties, where you constantly choose basic comfort over pursuing any meaningful personal growth and development. You must always remember that constant comfort is the ultimate enemy of strength, slowly destroying your massive potential from the inside out. The second terrible habit is emotional dependence, where you only take action when you actually feel highly motivated and excited about it. Fleeting feelings and temporary emotions will constantly change every single day, but your core personal standards must always remain absolutely rock solid. The third weak habit is fearing constant judgment, where you care way too much about what other random people think about you. Always remind yourself that their personal, subjective opinion about your life choices is absolutely never going to become your actual objective reality. The fourth destructive habit is failing to control your own racing thoughts, allowing your unchecked mind to completely dominate your daily actions. You must master your own mind completely, instead of letting your wild internal thoughts constantly dictate how you live your precious life. The fifth and final weak habit is quitting way too early, easily giving up on your major goals whenever things get hard. The exact moment when you feel like quitting because it is too hard is exactly when the whole process actually starts working. To overcome all these weaknesses, we must deeply study the ancient Stoics, who rigorously trained their minds exactly like fierce ancient warriors. The first crucial Stoic principle is to only control what you actually can, focusing entirely on your personal actions, not external outcomes. By directing all your vital energy only toward your own daily efforts, you completely eliminate the useless anxiety about unpredictable future results. The second powerful Stoic principle is to fully embrace daily discomfort, actively choosing to do incredibly hard things every waking day. Start taking freezing cold showers every morning. Push yourself to exercise when exhausted, and force yourself to work when lacking all motivation. The third essential Stoic principle is to carefully train your mind by closely watching your thoughts and refusing to blindly believe them. Your brain will constantly generate countless irrational fears and deep doubts, but you have the ultimate power to simply ignore them all. The fourth vital Stoic principle is to fully accept harsh reality, acknowledging that life is inherently difficult and choosing to move forward. Stop constantly wishing for an easy life without any struggles, and instead actively pray for the enduring strength to handle difficult challenges. True, lasting mental strength is always quietly built in those lonely, silent moments when absolutely no one else is watching your struggles. It happens precisely when you consciously choose strict personal discipline over the warm, inviting comfort of your soft bed every single morning. Building an unbreakable mind requires you to face your deepest, darkest fears without ever blinking or turning away from the brutal truth. Every time you successfully resist a temporary temptation, you are slowly forging an invisible armor around your highly vulnerable and sensitive soul. The ancient philosophers deeply understood that a soft, easy life only produces incredibly weak individuals who crumble under the slightest unexpected pressure. You must actively seek out demanding challenges that push your physical and mental limits far beyond what you previously thought was possible. When the heavy storms of life inevitably arrive, the mentally strong stand tall like ancient oak trees deeply rooted in solid rock. Meanwhile, the weak are quickly blown away like fragile, dry leaves scattered aimlessly by the cold, unforgiving winds of sudden harsh adversity. Do not ever let your past failures define your future potential. Use them as powerful stepping stones to reach higher mental elevations. Every single painful setback contains a hidden, valuable lesson that will make you much wiser and significantly stronger for the next battle. You must completely detach your self-worth from the fleeting validation of strangers who do not truly care about your long journey. True inner peace only comes when you finally stop trying to control the massive, chaotic external world and master your internal universe. Imagine your powerful mind as a beautiful wild stallion that must be patiently tamed and carefully guided with a firm, steady hand. If you let the wild stallion run completely free without any discipline, it will eventually destroy everything valuable in its chaotic path. But if you successfully harness its raw, incredible power, it will quickly carry you toward your greatest ambitions and most glorious victories.
The daily practice of absolute silence and deep meditation can help you clearly hear the quiet, rational voice of your true self. In a loud world totally obsessed with constant, meaningless noise, the ability to sit quietly with your own thoughts is a superpower. Never complain about the heavy burdens you must carry. Instead, focus entirely on building broader, stronger shoulders to bear the massive weight. Complaining is the absolute ultimate poison for the human mind, instantly turning capable, strong warriors into pathetic, helpless victims of their circumstances. You must take full, absolute responsibility for every single aspect of your complex life, completely regardless of whose fault it originally was. Blaming others simply gives away your precious personal power, while taking extreme ownership instantly empowers you to change your own future destiny. The ancient Stoics constantly reminded themselves of their own mortality to ensure they never wasted a single precious day on trivial matters. Remembering that you will eventually die should not make you sad, but rather fill you with a fierce, burning urgency to live. Do not wait for the perfect moment to start building your mental resilience. The perfect moment is right now, in this second. Every single small, disciplined action you take today compounds over time into a massive, unstoppable force of incredible, awe-inspiring mental strength. When you finally conquer the enemy within your own mind, the countless external enemies can never truly harm your deep internal peace. Your mind is exactly like a muscle. It must be repeatedly torn down through intense stress to grow back stronger and thicker. Avoid the toxic trap of instant gratification, which constantly rewires your brain to seek cheap, easy pleasure instead of meaningful, difficult achievements. Learn to fall deeply in love with the long, boring, and tedious process of self-improvement rather than obsessing over the finish. True mastery over your own chaotic emotions requires endless patience, relentless daily practice, and a profound, unwavering commitment to your personal growth. Whenever you feel a sudden surge of blinding anger, take a deep breath and consciously choose to respond with calm, calculated logic. Anger is a brief madness that makes you do incredibly foolish things you will deeply regret once the intense, fiery emotion fades. A truly strong person can easily smile softly in the face of devastating adversity, knowing that this intense trial will soon pass. You are the sole author of your own life story. Do not let random external events dictate the final, glorious closing chapters. Surround yourself exclusively with strong, highly disciplined individuals who constantly challenge you to elevate your own standards and push your absolute limits. Weak, negative people will always try to drag you down to their miserable level. You must ruthlessly cut them out of life. Protect your precious mental energy exactly like a heavily guarded fortress, allowing only positive, constructive thoughts to enter your sacred inner sanctuary. The ultimate goal of Stoicism is not to completely eliminate all human feelings, but to masterfully navigate them with supreme, unwavering grace. You can absolutely feel intense sadness without letting it completely consume your soul or permanently paralyze your ability to take meaningful action. Every morning, mentally prepare yourself for the inevitable difficulties, rude people, and unexpected setbacks you will certainly face throughout the long day. By anticipating these daily challenges in advance, you completely remove their shocking power to disrupt your calm, peaceful, and highly focused mind. Remember that true greatness is never achieved through an easy, comfortable life, but through constant struggle, immense sacrifice, and absolute, unbreakable determination. Your ultimate legacy will not be defined by what you easily acquired, but by the massive, terrifying obstacles you successfully overcame daily. You absolutely do not become a mentally strong and deeply resilient warrior overnight. It is a lifelong, incredibly demanding and challenging journey. You slowly become significantly stronger by simply showing up every single day, completely regardless of how exhausted or unmotivated you actually feel. The ultimate, undeniable choice is entirely yours to make right now. Will you remain eternally weak, or will you forge unbreakable strength? You must absolutely control your own wild mind right now, or I promise you that it will eventually, inevitably control your life. Thank you for watching this powerful journey into true resilience. Stay incredibly strong, keep pushing forward, and always follow the ancient wisdom.